على الآيات والذكر وفي فيض من العطر هنا رمضان مدرسة تنير مآثر الفكر.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Ramadan Eats with Shazeats. Today I'm going to show you another tagine main dish recipe. This one has a paste called chamula paste in which you marinate the fish, and then there is a tomato base that's cooked down with olives and potatoes, and the marinated fish is added on top and it's steamed in the tagine. I just feel cooking in a tagine, especially in the time of Ramadan, creates that festivity feeling and that drama in the kitchen and creates more of a essence in the kitchen as well. So having little tagine pots around the kitchen, with figs and pomegranates as well as dates, and cooking in a tagine just creates that drama and makes it a little bit more special, especially if you are having some guests over for iftar time. So the chamula paste, which is a traditional Moroccan paste, is comprised with a selection of ingredients. There's coriander, garlic, olive oil, lemon juice and lemon rind, some cumin powder, paprika powder, and some Himalayan sea salt. And all of this basically goes in together in the blender and the paste is created. Himalayan sea salt has lots of nutrients. It's again a Sunnat Rasulullah food. So please try and use pink Himalayan sea salt. So that's the paprika gone in. This is my ground coriander. I've got a good strong olive oil that goes in. Some lemon juice and lemon rind. Some garlic paste that goes in. And a whole lot of coriander. And that's added in as well. Put the lid on of the mixture and blend it all up. Now I've got some king clip over here, king clip fillets, and I'm going to add in half of the paste with the fish, and then the half of the paste is going to be used in my tomato base that I'm going to cook down with the potatoes and some peppers. So I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons over here. And cover the fish with this paste. And let it marinate, or while you're doing the other bits of the recipe, this can be marinated for that. But if you marinate it a little bit longer, then the fish just absorbs the flavor a bit more. So you could do this paste in the morning and cook this later on, maybe just before iftar time. Because fish doesn't really take that long to cook. Okay, so that's done and you can keep it aside. We're now going to go to the stove side and we're going to start off the tomato-based marinade and then going to add the fish on the top.
على الآيات والذكر وفي فيض من العطر هنا رمضان مدرسة تنير مآثر الفكر.
I've left the tagine on for a bit to heat up because it's a clay pot and it takes a little bit more time to heat up than a normal pot. But you could alternatively do this in a normal pan dish. You don't need a tagine for this recipe. Same base, I just like the whole steaming and cooking in this. Love playing around with the pot. So, the tagine is quite hot. I'm now going to add a little bit of olive oil. And I've got some sliced onions that I'm going to add, and I'm going to saute that down. So the onions have softened down. Now I'm going to add in some chopped tomatoes. I've used the ones from a tin, or alternatively, you can add the ones that are fresh and that you freshly chop up, entirely up to you. Put that in, and then you're going to add in the chamula paste that you've marinated the fish in to the tomatoes and the onions. To that, you're going to add in some green peppers, sliced green peppers, and some olives that have been stuffed with some red peppers. And over here, I've got a bag of potatoes, the ones that you buy with the herbs, and they have a little bit of butter. And all I've done is cut them in half, and they also go in to the tagine. And you let this all cook for around 15 minutes, and then you're going to add in the fish. So those bag of potatoes with the herbs already have like a knob of butter. So that's the knob of butter, and that will melt down and cook down the potatoes and the onions and the peppers a little bit more. So I'm going to cover this and forget about it. I'm going to just reduce the heat to a low, and for 15 minutes it just cooks down.
على الآيات والذكر وفي فيض من العطر هنا رمضان مدرسة تنير مآثر الفكر.
The potatoes and the peppers and the olives have been stewing for the last 15 minutes. They're not completely done, the potatoes, but now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add in my fillets of king clip on top, and I'm going to let it cook for another 15 minutes so that the fish cooks through and the potatoes will be just done. You don't want them to be too soft. You want them to have a little bit of a bite with the fish as well. So I've got 3 really thick king clip fillets which have been marinating in the chamula paste, and all I'm going to do is add that on the top, and I'm not going to waste any of this paste. I'm going to just pour it over the fish. And I'm going to then just put the lid on, and the fish will poach with the potatoes and the olives, the tomatoes, the onions. It is so flavorful and looks beautiful, tastes delicious. Very, very good ingredients in here, and it just steams. If you don't have a tagine, alternatively, you can do it in a very good heavy base casserole dish or a pan.
على الآيات والذكر وفي فيض من العطر هنا رمضان مدرسة تنير مآثر الفكر.
The aroma in my kitchen is smelling absolutely divine. You would feel you were somewhere in the Levant regions in a Moroccan cafe, and when you open up this bubbling tagine of fish and olives and potatoes, it is a real delight. I think the best way to serve this up would be with some saffron rice. So this is just some basmati rice that I've cooked up with some strands of saffron, and you get this golden color, and they actually look like little flecks of gold in between the rice and stuff. So serve with this, with a little bit of this, and a nice salad, which I will be showing you tomorrow, would just combine all these flavors together to make a really nutritious, healthy, good for your meal for iftar. Ramadan Eats with Shazeats. Enjoy.
على الآيات والذكر وفي فيض من العطر هنا رمضان مدرسة تنير مآثر الفكر. على الآيات والذكر وفي فيض من العطر هنا رمضان مدرسة تنير مآثر الفكر.